What's up, ecosystem? Welcome back to ATI Auto Business. It's Friday. It's noon Central Time. That means it's time for Cars on the Move, where we check in with Ty. We go live from the transport parking lot. We're talking about carriers, dealers, auctions, and more. So please do feel free to jump in the live chat. If you've got time and ability, click like, click share, let somebody know, hey, you know what we're going to do today? We're going to talk about AI vehicle inspections demystified. Okay, so I know there are AI vehicle inspection questions, and we want you to bring your AI vehicle inspections in questions into the live chat. AI vehicle inspections, that's the top. Anything AI, feel free to share it. I mean, it's a big conversation. And as we do that, let's do this. Check in with Ty. Ty is live in the transport parking lot. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Jay. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. It's a little windy. I don't know if it gets too windy on the mic. Just give me. I can't see you from where I'm standing, but
Okay.
holler at me. Like,
I'll just
hey,
kind of.
I can't hear you.
I'll hold up my hand or something, or I'll give you one of these. I'll give you a fist.
Yeah, I take that all day long.
People in the live chat, if the wind gets too noisy, give Ty the fist.
The fist.
The fist. All right, cool.
Okay, so here's where we're at. There's several things that I want to talk about, but the primary thing was you know me in Clubhouse, right? So it's Friday, all things used car, Clubhouse, starts 8 a.m. Central Time. And what do? We just sit there and we listen to dealers, okay? These are what I would consider to be the industry leaders in the new used car space. So you got like a David Long in there, you got a Brian Kramer in there, Brian Benstock, a Jason Rice, and Paul Robertson. So you got all these big names in here, and they're all talking. So today's topic was presented by Brian Kramer, and it's really interesting because I just showed up in the pre-meeting that we had here for the show today, and didn't say a word on purpose because watch what happened. Watch what today's topic was in all things used cars in Clubhouse. Do you want to know what it was?
No, are you kidding me? What was
accurate appraisals? Accurate appraisals.
Wow.
So the dealers, now keep in mind, one of the reasons I'm here is because I want to hear how dealers acquire inventory. Because how a dealer acquires inventory definitely affects you and your transportation business, right? So you always hear me say stuff, go talk to the dealer, go talk to the auction. Where are you buying cars?
Uh-oh. You're losing Wi-Fi.
Bob Wolf's on dealership. Uh-oh.
You're losing Wi-Fi.
Oh, I know what the problem is. Hang on.
Oh, okay, cool.
Give me a minute.
All right, cool.
Okay, hang on.
Hey, do us a favor. Ty's getting situated in the parking lot again. So we're live. We're talking about AI vehicle inspections. Also, Ty, we're going to bring in our guests here in a couple minutes. Because you've got to have questions. Now. I have questions. Here we go. Ty.
Yeah, sorry about that. So in Clubhouse this morning, all the big guys are in there, and they're all talking about how to accurately appraise a vehicle and the importance of appraising a vehicle to a dealer. So this is a long conversation. This was an hour, and they hadn't scratched the surface. But here's some of the highlights that you need to pay attention to. Dealers are doing their best to avoid auctions to buy inventory. Pay attention, right?
Yeah, say that again. Dealers are what?
They're doing everything they can to buy cars everywhere except an auction.
Now, and why? There's a reason or two.
There's several reasons.
Yeah.
So we'll go with the not so mean reasons first.
Yeah.
The not so mean reasons first are economic and the influence of today's times, right? Which is there are no new cars, so the used car inventory is shrinking, which in turn causes the price of the used car to go up. Follow that? So less inventory at auctions, which translates to sketchier inventory at the physical auction. At least that's the thinking. And there is some logic to that. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, no, you're right. And then you get into the fees. That's right. So you got the quality of the car, then the fees.
Then the fees. Then you got to deal with the this is where Kelly Bianchi comes in. Now you've been forced to buy online, which you hate doing that. So then you spend the next 4 hours of your life calling the auction, trying to get the title, trying to get the check, trying to do the paper. Where's the gate pass? Sky Hallman is the best guy for us to talk to about that because Sky does that every day. So that's where Kelly Bianchi comes in. Technology can help fix that problem. ACV,
Auction
commerce.
v
What is it?
Commerce. By the way,
Auction
she's
v
going to be
commerce.
on 2
ABC.
weeks.
Yeah, I can't wait.
ABC Auction v Commerce. Yeah, she's on in 2 weeks.
Yeah. So this is all connecting with today's show, and the point that I'm trying to make is I don't know how many times I can say it. I don't mind saying it a lot, but if you were watching the dealer, everybody in our circle, in these conference circles, if you really break it down, who's the customer? That's what I always like to talk about. Who's the customer? It's the dealer. Everybody wants the dealer's money, right? So what I'm trying to get everybody to pay attention to is what are they saying, what are they doing, and how does it feel? Tuesday night, Bob Wolf's, he's saying he pays a company to come in to his dealerships and train his salespeople and his service department how to accurately appraise a vehicle in the lane or a trade. These are terms and words that you need to pay attention to. You need to start adding to your vocabulary when you're talking to a dealer. There you go. Okay. I'm excited about today's show.
That was awesome. Yeah. So let's do this. All right. So please do help me wish a very warm welcome. We're going to bring in our guest today. We have Mike MacDonald of Claim Genius and Dan Kennedy of CT Services, and they're joining right now. And so we're going to learn a little bit more about CT Services with Dan, and then we're going to learn and talk more about AI vehicle inspections with Mike. Please do help me wish a very warm welcome. First time on ATI, Mike, and then, and Dan has been here before. Dan and Mike, can you see us okay?
I can.
Great. We're going to start with you, Dan. Dan, please say hello again and tell us more about you and CT Services.
Good afternoon, everybody. And Jay, thanks for the opportunity to be here. I am with CT Services. We've been actually providing various services to the remarketing industry for over 40 years. Some of those services include vehicle handling, processing, yard management, vehicle transport with using brokers. We broker out the moves, title handling, management, storage. We've got almost 1 million titles under roof being stored today. Second set of key storage. We also have a compliance assessment app that we can use, and vehicle inspections. So we can do, and we have over the 40 years done vehicle inspections in person, looking at the vehicles. But we also have realized as the time is moved forward and technology is improved, that we need to really look at doing something other than in-person type of inspections. So we've actually partnered with Mike's team at Claim Genius to work on an artificial intelligence enhanced inspection, vehicle inspection. So with that, I'm going to toss it over to Mike and let Mike introduce himself and Claim Genius.
Great. Mike, please take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Jay. And great to be here. Thrilled to be part of the discussion today. So my name is Mike MacDonald. I am the Chief Operating Officer and Head of Product Development at Claim Genius. I've been with the company here since our founding in 2018. So we just recently celebrated our 5-year anniversary. What is Claim Genius? So we're in the business of automating vehicle inspections using AI. And really our goal at Claim Genius is to reduce the time and increase the accuracy and consistency of vehicle inspections. And there's roughly, across different business segments, roughly 500 million vehicle inspections that occur every year. Claim Genius, so what we do is we offer solutions today for insurance, for transport and logistics, for lease and rental, for remarketing. And that's where, of course, where we have our partnership with Dan and CT Services. And we have customers really in all parts of the world today that are using our AI solutions to really increase the efficiency of how they're performing vehicle inspections. So I'm very excited to talk more about that today, but that's a little background on me.
Wow. Where do we start?
Well, the first question that comes to my mind, is this something that is an app on your phone that you take pictures with as you're walking around the car?
Yeah, so this the way the solution works is the main thing that the AI is consuming to come up with a inspection is photos or video of the vehicle. So the way that we can get photos or videos of the vehicle into Claim Genius is you can use, we have an app, you can use your own smartphone or your own camera. And that information can be fed to us, via API. And basically, we take that information, the photos, and some basic information about the vehicle, the year, the make, the model, et cetera. And based on that, we can, within about 3 to 5 minutes, come up with a detailed inspection on the vehicle, which will assess really the state of all of the visible and actually some of the not visible parts as well, to really give you an accurate read on the condition of that vehicle.
I'm going to do it. Okay, here's my follow-up. So, yeah, because I'm absorbing. So, if I'm a user, let's say I'm a carrier, and I'm using this app, or I'm just, anybody, what do I need to do to achieve the results of the AI vehicle inspection?
Right. So in the carrier scenario, there's a couple different ways that set of information can come into us. A lot of the carriers that we work with, they're extending that picture-taking function down to the customer, down to the insured customer. So either through their carrier app or through some other process, they're capturing those photos. They're basically telling the user to take these types of photos of the vehicle, and that gets submitted along with their claim, into that carrier. Once it gets into that carrier, that's when it can be sent to us, and we can do our magic to help, assess the quality of or assess the condition of that vehicle. And why that's helpful is we can give the carrier in this scenario a very quick read as to the repairability of that vehicle. If it's a total loss, for instance, it will go down the salvage channel. If it's repairable, it will go to a garage, and the carrier will have an initial sense of the repairs that will be required for that vehicle.
And with that, Jay, if you think about the carrier, they're going to document the condition of that vehicle when they pick it up for self-preservation, and then they're going to document the condition of that vehicle when they drop it off. So all of that information can be time-stamped, longitude, latitude, geo-tracked, if you will. So you know exactly where they picked it up, where they dropped it off, when the timing on that. And then you can document the condition when it was picked up, document the condition when it was dropped off. And basically at that point in time, the system will tell you whether you've got transportation damage. Okay.
Right. But so you're CT Services, right?
Yes.
Which is like a broker.
Well, we're a service provider, Ty.
Remarketing
you do more
services.
than remarketing. So I didn't know. When you were talking earlier, I had no idea you were that big. You're doing titles. You're doing.
I know it's a lot. It is more than I thought too.
Yeah, I had no idea. So I guess what I'm saying is, as a carrier, what Jay and I keep asking the same question, and the reason we keep asking the same question is because we have an audience that literally has to see it. So I've got a phone over on the other side of this building. Can I go grab it, take pictures of the car? Where do I send it? How does it work? I mean, there's probably a transport guy out there using something called Super Dispatch as his TMS, taking pictures of the car, right? Oh, yeah. So if I'm a carrier, I'm on a load board. Maybe I don't want to be on a load board, but there's a car. It's worth my time to go look into it, pick it up. I'm going to use my Super Dispatch app because that's where I found the load on the Super Dispatch load board. Now I'm going to go call somebody. I want to pick it up, and I'm going to use my app that I use all the time, every car I pick up, to take pictures. Does that make sense? So I'm just trying. What we're trying to figure out is how does this practically really work for the guy doing the real job every day, trying to figure life out, right? I hear take pictures and send them someplace. Where am I sending them? And what am I sending them from besides my phone? Does that make sense?
Mike,
Yeah.
you want to?
Yeah, no, it does. It does. And it obviously it depends on the use case. What I was referring to before was the carrier use case, but absolutely the capture of these images can be integrated into any workflow. So if there is a process that exists, down in the yard where you're, assessing these vehicles at intake or what have you, that can be integrated into that app that you were talking about. And then what would happen is we would have to integrate with that app to then take those pictures in and perform that assessment, and then deliver that assessment to the appropriate individuals who are using that to make different business decisions. So our solution is very flexible in that we can work with any existing app that's out there. It could be a consumer carrier app. It could be a professional app used by a yard or garage. And we can take that information in and, as I said, give you the full assessment within a 3 to 5 minute period.
I want to jump. Oh, we have a hey buddy before I jump in. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead and unmute Ty and let's say hello. We always like to do this. This is part of the fun of the live show. Ty, take it away.
How they doing? Jeff, this is my buddy Jay. I'm Ty.
Hi.
This is Jeff. Jeff,
Jeff.
you work at America's?
Yeah,
What do you do here?
down in Recon, clean
The
all
recon
cars.
guy.
Recon,
We love the recon
yes.
guys. We always talk about that's a really important job, right? Tell us about how important it is.
Well, we do all the cars and make them look real good. And if the cars don't look good, then the customers aren't going
The
to
deal.
want to buy them.
Right.
Or the dealer's not going to want to buy any of the cars. And then we're out of a job then.
And I'm just going to ask, I always ask everybody, how long you been here?
6 years. Since November 2nd of
This is what I love about
2016.
America's
You know
Auto
what?
Auction,
That's
Kansas City, Missouri. Everybody I talk to has been here 6 or more years. And that ought to be
That's a
testament
lot of cars in 6
to leadership.
years. A
6
lot
years.
of cars.
You've done a lot of cars,
A
haven't
lot
you?
of cars.
What do you do a day, ballpark?
About 25.
You?
Wow.
25 cars.
Jeff, so this is what we call boots on. Do you ever have to take pictures of the cars personally? You do? What are you doing?
We take the inside of the cars, and then we take the VIN number, we take the tire, and then all four sides,
corners.
all four corners.
Now, is that
of
with
the
an
cars.
app or just a normal
It's the CR app,
condition
Simply app.
report?
Right.
Simply? Okay. And it's taking the VIN, the inside, and the four corners,
and then the roof, and then the trunk.
and the roof and the trunk. Now, do you know if they use those photos for the, you take them after the car's clean?
Yes.
Okay, so after the car's clean, you take these photos. Do you know if they upload those to the online
Yes.
digital sales
I'll bet they
platform?
do.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So there's a system in place, process. So
Yeah.
car gets in, it's got to go to Jeff. First, after it's checked in with the sticker, first place it goes is you,
Is down to Recon.
which is
If,
Jeff.
if some of them go down. Some cars go down to Recon, and some of them don't.
The ones that go to Recon is it needs the dent pulled out, maybe a windshield, tire,
Yeah.
maybe. Is that a different kind of Recon?
That's different than what we do.
Mechanical,
We
yeah.
just
Right,
clean
because
the
there's
car,
different departments.
get it all
different- right.
detrashed and
Yeah.
everything.
That's great. Jeff, thanks so much, man.
That
I
was
always love
awesome.
meeting
Thank you, Jeff.
Appreciate you, buddy. Have a
Well,
good day.
and here's what's cool, because I was thinking this is that from your perspective, Mike. And by the way, I'm thinking maybe Claim Genius is like a plug-in, right? It can be used anywhere, right? It's not a standalone. I'm sure for your money, and I think Mike, you're on courtesy mute, that's fine. Is that for your money? I mean, AI vehicle inspections is inevitable everywhere, right?
Right.
I mean, because AI helps us do things better. Just as, and you asked the question, what photos do you take? You know, there's a guy right now trying to take photos of a vehicle, and he doesn't know, does he stand at the corner? Does he stand at the side? And the AI will help drive what
photos to
is
take.
Exactly. There you go. Take that away. Take that subject. I want to hear more about that.
Yeah. So, and this is where the AI can really help a lot, because one of the things that we have found in working with some customers that have done virtual assessments before is that the consistency between those virtual assessments varies tremendously. You can get 3 pictures of just close-up damage in one assessment. In the other, you're getting 10 miles away, but taken in the middle of the night, so you can't see anything, or there's snow on the vehicle. So one of the things that AI enables us to do is ensure the consistency of the input. And the input into the process is critical because the AI is trained on certain inputs to give quality outputs. So what you can do in that process then is really handhold the user on how to take those pictures, where to take those pictures from. If you're deviating out of sort of good quality picture, maybe it's too dark, too bright, too blurry, the AI can warn you of that. So essentially, when you submit that package, you can be assured that the AI is getting the best perspective of that vehicle possible. And that, of course, is then driving a better result. One way that we do that also, and it's actually our preference, and this can be easier for the user, by the way, is to just take a 360 video of the vehicle. So you start in one place, you track all the way around the vehicle, you get the top of the vehicle and the bottom in the frame, do the same thing inside as best as you can. And that then gives us individual frames of data that we can pull out to perform that 360 view of the vehicle.
And to Ty's question, with all the touch points, let's say you're running a yard and you've got individual vehicles running in, you're going to want to document the condition of that vehicle when it arrives, because that carrier that's going to be moving it maybe a week from now or a couple of weeks from now or whenever the next day is going to want to have their own condition report done on it. So you document every time there's a handoff on a control of that vehicle, you're going to document that condition so that if something does happen, you're able to pinpoint the responsible party. So you take pictures when it comes into the yard. You take pictures when it goes into the load line ready to be loaded. The carrier is going to take pictures at the back end when they deliver it. So you might have 2, 3, 4, 5 different touch points in that yard that you're going to want to take those pictures in order to justify or to protect the organization that's turning the vehicle over.
And theoretically, this isn't going to add more work, right? Because nobody ever wants to have more work to do. This AI vehicle inspections won't add more work.
Well, in a lot of cases, they're already taking pictures. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
So
okay.
It's taken the series of pictures, and then what we've looked at working with Mike's team is adding a quality control into it. Is that let the AI system work? It generates a preliminary CR, and then we'll have a seasoned inspector actually look at the pictures and the preliminary CR, make any adjustments that need to be made,
right,
to come up with the final. And then what that also does is it provides Mike's team with information for that continual learning for the AI app. So the next time that situation comes up, the AI system's already going to know, and it should address it. And it won't be something that a person would have to address.
I was just going to say, there it is. It's less work because you don't have to mark all the damages. Theoretically, the system will do that. Yeah. Right. That will save time.
Yeah, and it's also a lot of this depends on the use case. One of the major use cases that we work with on the carrier side is using the AI to answer just one question: is the vehicle a total loss or not? So I have the photos in as an input, and I can give that as an output with a 90+% accuracy to that. So with that, immediately, let's say the pictures were taken at point of accident, I can immediately route that vehicle differently and handle that vehicle differently and avoid storage charges, tear down charges, that type of thing, because the AI has allowed me to make that decision quickly and actually without human review in most cases. When I'm getting into a detailed inspection, though, and this is what I think Dan was referring to, when you have that variability of parts and damage and angles, you want to have the human review it. But I think to your point, Jay, the goal with this always is to take time away from that review.
Exactly.
To get us to the point where we're taking you 70% of the way there, or 80% of the way there, and your job is to bring that inspection home with the remaining 30%.
I pulled up the website, claimgenius.com. There's more information up here. Before we let you go, this went really fast. And Ty, do you have any questions? By the way, I put you on courtesy mute. I wasn't sure if you, Ty, do you have any questions? Anybody want to add anything? Yeah, take it away.
I think it's great. I'm excited about it. I mean, anything that can help us and help the dealer and help the auction, I see it as a win-win, right?
Well, we think it would drive, Ty, some efficiencies and consistency. So anytime you're looking at the pictures, you're going to see it always the same way. And it should bring efficiencies to that process too. Rather than somebody out there spending 15, 20 minutes doing an inspection and trying to price it out and do those types of things, let the AI do it. And then just do a quick quality check if that's what you need to do.
Yeah, and I think one other point here, and Jay, you kind of touched on this before, is that our solution, with CT is very flexible. At its core, the AI is performing an inspection, but really what the key question is how and where in your business process you want to use that inspection to drive certain decisions. So part of our process in working with customers is to understand their process, understand where the AI can and can't bring efficiencies to that process, and design that plug and play model, as Jay you were referring to. So this is not a one size fits all type of model. This needs to be designed around how can we make you make decisions better and more efficiently.
In fact,
not necessarily change your processes. It's how do you embed this into your process. Now, there may be some efficiencies that come to your process, and that's fine, but it's not to walk in and say, okay, your processes are wrong. It's how do we make this work within your processes? So it's pretty much all customizable.
Well, and I was going to ask you, so at a higher level, you have some customer use cases. What would you like to share at an executive level of how this technology, how you would apply it or are applying it to current clients?
Yeah, so we have a number of different types of clients, as I was describing before, across the spectrum of insurance. We are working with some customers now in the auction space as well. In the insurance space, it's helping, in one case, a really big carrier. I'll give one example of a carrier outside of the U.S. where they're doing almost 50,000 vehicle inspections to make a policy underwriting decision. And essentially the decision is this vehicle too damaged for us to take onto a policy? So we work with that client to come up with the rules and the thresholds around how they typically make those decisions. And they're now pushing, like I said, 50,000 per month into this automated AI process. So that's one example. In the auction space, we have a client that we're working with here in the US who is basically grading the parts on the vehicle. So, taking those total loss vehicles in and basically assessing that, X number of these parts are resellable and reusable. So it's kind of the opposite scenario from our claim scenario, which is identifying the damaged parts. This is identifying the inverse of that, which is what parts are resellable. And we're actually working with them to come up with an auto grading of those parts as well. So the AI can do all of these things. Obviously, the key is, training it for these different scenarios. But we found a lot of success, and our customers are finding success with this technology so far.
It's really fascinating. Anything to add? Any further questions? We're going to wrap this up here shortly. Ty, did you have any questions?
I'm just trying to stay out of the wind. Yeah.
It's windy. Yeah.
I'm not on talking right now.
Yeah, you're always out and about. I know, in the elements. Yeah. Dan, did you have any?
Again, I appreciate Dan and Mike. It's really nice to meet Mike. Thank you, Mike, for taking the time.
My
Yeah.
pleasure.
Dan, of course, we always love seeing Dan and talking to him about hauling cars and what he's doing. Every time I talk to Dan, I learn something new. So thanks for teaching me something new, Dan. Thanks, Mike.
Good seeing you.
Look forward to seeing where this goes. Let's do some
Yeah.
more.
We
Thanks,
know that,
guys.
yeah, AI is here to stay. So anything you can add, let us know. We hope that there are portions of this video that are helpful to you all to share, and we look for updates, and we really appreciate it. This was great.
Maybe we can do another one here in a few months and give you an update.
Okay, perfect. That'd be great.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, gentlemen,
thanks
we're
for
going to
the
let you go.
opportunity.
Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend.
Everybody have a great weekend. Take care.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Mike. Thanks, Dan.
Bye. Cheers.
All right, I'm going to let you go, and I'll put you in the waiting room, and then, so I know it's really windy there, buddy. Any final thoughts before we let you go? Oh, you're headed to Auto Intel Summit. Oh, we have a huge week next week. Oh, Super Dispatch is on. Oh, Super Dispatch is on the show Tuesday night. I had a meeting this morning with Casey and a carrier. Tuesday night's going to be awesome. It's a Super Dispatch party. Wednesday, yeah, and you'll be live at Auto Intel Summit with Stan, and figure that out. Then Wednesday we'll go live after your panel. Then Thursday we'll hit Super Dispatch load board again with all the ammunition, and then Friday we've got. Oh, there we go. What are we on Friday? Let's see here. Friday is. Oh, no way. Next Friday is going to be Travis and Will. Oh, man. We got a full week next Friday. That's awesome. So, very excited.
Yeah. Give me just a second. I'll be out of the wind. Well,
All right, go ahead. Auto Transport, everything you need to know says, what's up, Jay and Ty? John, good luck getting drivers to do this. See, okay, here's the thing, John. That's what makes this so relevant. First of all, I want to thank everybody I realize, like, AI, AI is going to be everywhere. It's going to be in your soda and your food, and, okay. But in your Bud Light, okay. But so, the thing is, see, John, I don't think you'll have to get the drivers to do it. I think that's the point. It's kind of like, if we look at, do you have to convince your driver to use their favorite mobile app? No. Because they're used to it. This will be the same thing. Can you imagine, instead of having to take all the photos and then mark all the damages, because right now you have to physically mark your own damages, don't you? Even if you just press, right, on Super Dispatch, you press the app, right? You press, and you say S, and you press, and you say D, and you press, and then, you won't have to do any of that. You'll just take the photos, move the video, and it'll fill in all the S's and the D's.
That'd be interesting to see.
That,
I mean,
that's what
anything
I'm
that
talking
can
about.
save me a minute, I'm all for it, right? So if I can take, if I don't have to push the S and the D, and that literally took half of a second, I don't
what'll
care.
happen.
That's a half a second I get back.
Exactly. That's what'll happen. Just like when you're composing an email, and I even look for it now, like, please let me know if, and then it'll add, that works for you. And I hit tab, and it fills in the sentence. That's AI, baby.
Well, things are changing. We know that. Things have really been changing at an accelerated rate.
Yeah.
Nobody really seems to know exactly where it's going. But the key,
Wow.
here's what I believe. I saw a post today. Pamela Patton, she's leaving PA, headed to
I saw that.
Ohio to go to some dealer, NIAD, I don't know. But anyway, the point is she's relationships, right? ACV would maybe be one of the leaders in technology, data.
They're going to use AI, right? For sure.
They're going to
probably
use AI.
Yeah.
But it all starts with relationships, just like, our relationship with Dan. Now we've got a relationship with Mike.
Oh,
now,
man.
Mike, hey, Mike, have you met Pam? Do you know these guys over here, what they do, And it sounds like maybe
what?
Yeah.
Wait till we put Mike MacDonald, Claim Genius, with Scott Case at Recurrent. I wonder if they already know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, yeah, and so
right?
It goes back to, I say this on stage. I said it on stage when I was in Orlando at NARS. Hey, technology is great, guys, but it's everybody sitting here that is going to actually get the job done.
That's
And
right.
until the suits and the developers and all the people in the big glass rooms figure out you can't do this without the people. Jeff that we just met, Jeff, I love Jeff. Never
Oh,
met
that
Jeff.
guy was awesome. Yeah, shout out to Jeff.
6 years cleaning 25 cars a day. He's still here. That is an amazing testament to the culture of Doug Dahl, general manager, America's Auto Auction, Kansas City, Missouri. That's a clip. That's put that all over Facebook. That is powerful, right? So I love technology. AI is great. Everything's cool, but we have to have people, and we got to show people that we care, that we're here to help make your life better. And if we do that, we're good. We really are. And, right over here, I'll show you where this all starts.
All right, yeah,
Let me show you where this really starts.
Yeah, take her away.
Can you see that building right there?
Yes, that's where you check in, right? Check in and check out. Check in and check out.
We call that the guard check, right?
Guard check, yeah.
Okay, so I'm at this conference, and I'm talking to this guy, and he works for an auction, a big one, and he wants to tell me that there's a problem. That how do we fix this problem? Right there at the guard check. Go spend a day over at the guard check and let me know how it goes. Call me when you're done. Spend 8 hours at the guard check. Day before the sale or day after. Do that.
I just put the link to America's Auto Auction, Kansas City. It's in the live chat.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you love the auction. You love the auction. You love the dealer. You love relationships.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And it's changing. And that's why, I'm like, I'm not talking smack when I say I was in Clubhouse this morning and there's 400 plus dealers
That's
in there
information.
all talking about,
No, exactly.
yeah, how to buy a car.
Do you think the auction wants to know? Absolutely, they want to know.
I would think that would be the best place to go. Get inside there and listen to that. They're telling you what they want.
If you don't want to hear anything, you just want to plug your ears, la 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 la. There's places you can do that.
Yeah.
Not here.
There are
do that here.
plenty of not at ATI, but
No.
you know the drill. If you need anything, I'm available. 417-483-2764. Call Ty. We'll try to help you, point you in the right direction, and we're happy to do that.
And if you have a question, if you have a rant, if you need a shoulder to cry on, he even does that.
Yeah,
he does. I've seen it.
We get some
it's
good
rare, but it happens. All right, well, listen, enjoy. It looks like a beautiful day. Yeah, Ben, add it to the list. If you need anything, we're here. We have a full week next week, so I'm excited. I'll see you Monday. There's no live show Monday. We're gonna do pre-planning for the week on Monday, and then you fly. What do you fly? Tuesday morning to Raleigh?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry about
Cool.
that.
No, you're good. All right, no, you're good. So enjoy the weekend. I know you got stuff you got to do before you travel. Thanks for everything you do. This was a really, once again, I mean, I didn't know what today was going to be like. I feel like we learned something.
Oh, man.
It's cool.
That's what I like about ATI.
Me too.
Seriously. You learn. If you're paying attention, you learn something. That screenshot of that text that you were using Tuesday night where the guy's like, railing on this broker and watch ATI.
Oh my God, that was so funny, dude. Oh no, that was awesome. Shout out.
I'd love to have the copy of that. Yeah.
That was really cool.
All right, well, everybody, go move more cars and love the dealer.
Thanks, man.
See you next week.
Have a good one. Thanks
ATI.
for everything you do. All right, ATI. Woo! All right, dude, awesome. So we let Ty go. The guests are gone. This was AI, Vehicle Inspection Mystified. And if you're just joining us now, do this. Rewind the tape. Give it 24 to 48 hours. I'll get the stuff in the time codes and the list in the video description, and then you can just click ahead. But I'll tell you, here's what I would do. The beginning was interesting too, with Ty's talk about all things used cars and Clubhouse and auctions and dealers. But if you want to just get to the meat of what today's show was about, if you click to like halfway, AI Vehicle Inspections Demystified with Mike MacDonald of Claim Genius, because what we're really looking at is AI is going to be, you're going to see it in all the technology. The technology you're already using is going to have more AI built into it. And it should help you. It should decrease your workload. It should improve quality and consistency. Don't go to the Terminator place yet. It's just 2023. Let's enjoy the time where AI is in its blossoming, wonderful nature. Let's just focus on that, because that's where we're headed right now with AI vehicle inspections. I want to thank everybody in the live chat. Thank you for saying hello. It's ATI Auto Business. We got a big week next week with Super Dispatch, so join us Tuesday night. That's going to be awesome. And then live at Auto Intel Summit on Wednesday with Ty. He'll be in Raleigh, North Carolina. So leave it in the live chat. Put it in the comments. Thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy some sunshine. And I know you've got work to do, but you know, try to take a moment, have some barbecue or some you know, what have you. Thank you, John. Have a good weekend. Peace out, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Take care.